Of you out there right now are looking at the laundry pile that you have in the corner of the room, wherever, or you're really looking at it and saying, "This is a laundry mountain. Like that pile is so high, it's kind of overwhelming, right?" To try to get it done. Well, I'm going to go over ways to get the laundry pile done. Really, more about preventing the laundry pile in the first place. I have a method of things, of different steps I'm going to tell you, and hopefully these will help you to prevent that laundry pile from ever forming. The first step to all this is going to be decide where you're going to put the clothes, whether it's in a closet, a drawer, wherever. Decide where that place is going to be. And then once you decide where that place is going to be, make a space for the clothes. Whatever you're putting up, make a space for it. Because what happens is you decide to put it in the closet and that closet is full. And you look at that closet and say, okay, the closet's full. I have the clothes, they're dry, the hangers are on them, but then you just leave the clothes on the bed wherever you have put the hangers on because you realize there's too many clothes in that closet. You just don't have space in your closet because there's so many clothes hung up in there. And the only space is where you have to pull back so many clothes to get all the way at the end to put those clothes there. You need to do something to organize it so that when you take the clothes in there, I'm not saying organize your whole closet, but when you take the clothes from the dryer in there, you need to have a little bit of space to put the new dry clothes. Key to this is deciding where you are going to put these clothes, where you are going to have a place for the clothes. So what you need to do is wherever, if it's in a closet or drawer, whatever, you need to move clothes out of the way, move clothes over so you have a space. So when your clothes get out of the laundry or you finish drying them or whatever, right? When you are done and want to put those clothes away, you already have a space there. And that's why you decide beforehand. Because once you have decided beforehand that is the place that you're going to put the clothes, then when you get finished with this whole process, it's going to be easy. You're going to be able to hang them up or fold them or whatever, and then just put them away without having to try to figure out, okay, where am I going to put them? Okay, I have to move this over to get them there, move this over to get them here. Or, I just don't know where I'm going to put them in this drawer. So then you have to find another drawer to put them in. And so they stay on the chair, the bed, wherever until you decide to get back to them. And then it creates a pile. You'll see a pile of clean clothes or clothes you folded or clothes you decided that you were going to fold but haven't folded. And just because you didn't have a place to put them, you decided, hey, I'm not going to do that right now. Because I have to move clothes over this way, move clothes over that way. The next thing you need to do is going to be separate the clothes into different piles. And I know a lot of people are like, I separate some, or maybe some people are just like, I don't separate them at all. I just, get them, I put them on the washing machine all together. It's a big load. I put in the drying machine all together, and then I'm done. The reason you separate them is this, because would you rather have a big, huge pile of clothes in the washing machine or a big, huge pile of clothes in the dryer and have to fold a big, huge pile of clothes or put away a big, huge pile of clothes? Or if you separate them right, then you have smaller piles. And that means, hey, you're going to put a smaller load into the washing machine and you're going to put a smaller load in the dryer, and you have a smaller load to fold or put away. And so the cool thing about this is once these clothes are in the dryer, the small load, right, then you can go ahead and put the next load into the dryer. And that load is going to be a small load too. And so now you have the thing of, okay, I got a small load. You put it in the dryer. It's going to take less time to dry because it's a smaller load. Get the clothes out of the dryer for that small load. You can already be ready to put the next load into the dryer. And it's just going to break down that task. And with ADHD, a lot of times you have to break things down because a lot of times you look at a task, if it's big, you might get overwhelmed. You might say, that's a lot of clothes to fold right now. If I had a couple of hours, 30, 40 minutes to do this, then, I could fold that and put it away, but I'm just going to leave that right there. I'll just leave. I'll come back and do it later because it is a lot of clothes to fold. Or you might just get tired of waiting for those clothes to dry because you put a big load into the dryer. It's going to take longer to dry. You might be like, man, I ain't waiting for that. I'll go do this. I'll go do that. Go do that, and then you'll forget they're in the dryer. And you come back a couple of days later, 3 or 4 hours later, and be like, oh, my clothes are in the dryer. But if you're doing small loads, you've broken it down. So that way, when you put the clothes and they come out of the dryer, it's a very small task. It might be 5, 10 minutes, or maybe not even that long to fold a very small load of clothes. You just break it down and keep getting these little small loads of clothes. And as you do them, then you realize, hey, I'm getting this done. Every load I get, I'm getting it done. And then you are surprised that you don't have this big mountain of clothes that you have left. You've actually done all the clothes, and you put them away in that designated place that you decided that you were going to use for this. Make sure that they are in categories that you are going to understand and like, and say, hey, I just put them lights, darks, whatever. However you want to separate them, that is up to you. But definitely just separate them because it's going to make the task easier overall. So you probably think, after all that, I'm done. That's it. That is the whole process. No, there's something else you need to use. There is a timer that you need to use because you need to have some way to know when your clothes are done. You have something to remind you, hey, go check the clothes, go check them in the washer, go check them in the dryer, some type of indicator to let you know it is time to go check those clothes. It's time to go check if they're in the dryer or the washer, they're done. Now, if you have one of the newer washers and dryers, mine does not have this feature because it's really old. But if you have one of the newer ones, they have a beep that goes off when the laundry is done. When the washer's done washing the clothes, the beep goes off. When the dryer is done drying the clothes, the beep goes off. And it keeps going off until you go check the clothes. And so that's great because now you don't have to set a timer. You're just like in the room and all of a sudden the beep goes off. You're like, oh, I need to go get the laundry, right? I need to go get it out of the dryer or the washer, or whatever, right? Or you just get annoyed by the beep because it does keep beeping until you go check it. So you might hear the beep and be like, what is that? And then you hear the beep again, you're like, what is that? And you go towards the beep, you're like, oh, my clothes are done. Don't even have to set a timer then. You might want to at least have the timer as a backup. But really you don't, because that washing machine or dryer is going to tell you when those clothes are done. If you have a friend coming over, generally, if you have a good friend, they will help you fold the clothes. So you wouldn't have to fold all the clothes. You'd be like, hey, friend, come on over. I think, come over and hang out. And then get there, you'd be like, while we're hanging out, I'm going to do some laundry. And your friend be like, sure, do some laundry, because you don't have to sit like over the washing machine, looking at the washing machine, right? Seeing when your clothes, you can go put the clothes in there, put everything in there, and just let the washing machine or dryer do its thing. The cool thing is they will generally remind you. They'll say, hey, watch, didn't you put clothes into the laundry? Did you put clothes into the dryer? You'd be like, oh yeah, I did. I need to go check those. But yeah, why don't you go check them? They might be done. You're a really good friend. Like I said, a really good friend will help you fold the clothes. Now, another thing you need to do is, once the clothes are done, the dryer goes off and you hear the dryer go off, you need to fold the clothes as soon as possible. Don't take the clothes out of the dryer and just leave them on your bed or your chair or your couch. You get them out and you put them down. You're just like, I'll do it later. And then you just leave them there and you don't fold them. One, your clothes may be wrinkled if you don't fold them right then and there. Two, that's the beginning of a laundry pile, a laundry mountain. So as soon as the clothes are done and they're dry, take them out and start folding them and putting them away. And there is that place that you have already designated for this. Put them away because you already know where you're going to put them. You've already designated that place. You've already made a place for it. So all you have to do is fold the clothes. If you get distracted, it's okay because you've already folded your clothes, right? If you have to do something else, you're like, hey, I need to go do this other thing. At least your clothes are folded and hung up, right? But what do you think about all this? What do you think about all these things I went over? Do you think they will help you decrease the chance of having a laundry pile turn into a laundry mountain, and then saying, I ain't doing all that. That's a big pile of clothes, and I just don't have time to do that right now. And then it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Or do you think it's going to be able to prevent you from getting that laundry pile in the first place? So if you have other methods that you use to help prevent that, or you figured out a method that you use to prevent the laundry pile from forming and growing, let me know in the comments. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and great day. I'll talk to you later. You just seen an episode of the Reward Fitness Podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Whether you're on YouTube or a podcast app, I appreciate you. Go and click the subscribe button for me. Also, you can find this podcast on any digital platform. If you're on YouTube, go and leave a like and a comment as well. I thank you again. Have a great day.